She is an exceptional employee who used to earn good recognition for her outstanding performance at work. But due to being too distracted with playing games, she was on the verge of being dismissed due to her unsatisfactory performances.
Hi, I'm Ace Vidal. I am currently working as a call center agent at Concentrix.
A once outgoing student who has been a straight A Dean's lister ever since, but due to peer influence, she became a game dependent and therefore was dismissed from her scholarship.
Hi! I am Maricar A. Maturan. I am a graduating psychology student of University of San Jose Recoletos. And unfortunately, I was once a game addict.
A privileged person who can earn a decent living because of her job as a professional gamer, but has become so obsessed with her gaming profession that it has damaged her relationship with others, particularly with her loved ones.
I am Johanna. I am a talent under Tier 1 Entertainment. I compete both national and international gaming tournaments.
What are your reasons why you play games and what aspect of gaming leads to addiction?
So actually, at first, it was just all about my curiosity. I'm curious good because my friends were so into it. So I tried it and fell in love with it. Then eventually, it became the center of our group. So like, if I won't play the game, I feel like I won't belong. So like, diba? Who doesn't want to feel included or belong man good, diba?
At first, I play mobile games just to have fun. However, as time passed by, I realized that I could make money out of it to the point that I was playing mobile games because it became one of my sources of income. I used to pilot a game. I played to boost an account and then sold it to other people until I became addicted to it and it affected my performance at work.
As a ex-professional gamer, I play games as a competition, trainings, and somewhat a revenge for those people whom I played with that don't believe in my skills.
When did you realize that playing games is toxic and no longer serving you well?
When my family, friends, and even my girlfriend cannot see me going out in the room for a week, worried about my condition, they try to talk to me about it, but I can just stop my career. It was when I've been called by the guidance many times, like many times, because of my academic performance declining really big time, like, from top to bottom, like from the top make it shop. And then I got failing grades, lost my scholarship, and I almost couldn't pass my third year actually. And way back then, I used to remember that teachers would call my attention for congratulatory purpose, like congratulations for acing the exam and stuff. But now, online games happen, and now, I've been called out for no longer the same reason, but for the failing grade reason.
So there was a time that my change of behavior at work was noticed by our team leader. So she talked to me about it and she showed me my recent poor performances. She was concerned about it because I have been a reliable employee for several months in a row.
changes in your social interactions due to gaming?
Yes, my girlfriend and I broke up because of my gaming habits. I spend most of the time playing and not being able to go out since I gotten used to stay in my room.
My social interaction went negative. I would always choose to play games because I was hungry for money. I would make time and prioritize my games over anything else during that phase. At work, I turned down invites from my colleagues to go out or grab a meal together. And when I wasn't working, I would just stay in my condo and play more games.
In my terms of like friendship, relationship, we've become more close. Like gaming was become our bonding session. But for my family, it resulted to something negative. So I would often not join them during mealtime and just eat during those times that I will not play games. And I also sometimes prefer to stay in my room or stay at home and not join in their bonding sessions because during that time, playing was my goal, the priority. So yeah.
Have you tried to cut down or stop gaming?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, it was hard, but I think it's safe to say that I am doing better now.
Have you spent excessive money on in-game subscriptions? Did there come a time in which you prioritize gaming expenses over other needs?
Yes, definitely. So during those times, I'm so obsessed with accumulating skins in the game that I tend to not eat during lunch and save my money and to purchase those skins. Then there was also a time wherein I would coup it or like secretly stole money from my parents just to purchase those skins.
Yes, I would usually invest in my game account. I would spend excessive money just to buy different skins so that when I sell my account, the value would be big.
Yes, this is one of the reasons why me and my girlfriend broke up. Because my world just revolved on playing and spending money on games.
Have you considered seeking professional help or joining support groups for gaming addicts?
Actually, I am currently undergoing rehabilitation for this. I cannot say that I am fully okay, but I know I feel better after seeking professional help. Yes, actually, upon receiving the news that I may not be able to pass my third year, me and my friends realized that our playing habit was no longer serving us good and was already toxic. Then we considered asking professional help because however we try to stop playing for our own self lang, we tend to play again and the cycle repeats. So
It went to a point that I used my salary to buy skins for my account and I almost sold my things at work and in our house. So I decided that I need to seek professional help since my behavior was already
For our first Away from Keyboard episode, our team invited one game developer and a psychologist to explain further about gaming addiction.
What is your reason why you decided to create games?
Games could be an avenue for people to let loose and have fun in their leisure time. It's an opportunity for people to interact with others online as well as to challenge their minds and improve skills in logical thinking, problem solving, teamwork, creativity, and more.
Has it ever occurred to you that the games you created can lead an individual to game addiction?
Yes, we actually have, but isn't that true to all things in general? I think it's given that when one spends an unhealthy amount of time participating in games, then it would have bad effects. The game industry makes it a goal for us to make our games addictive and encourage people to spend a lot of time on it and oftentimes also money. So since we are game developers, I think that's an advantage point for us. However, when we talk about addiction, I think it depends, or it really does depends on the person playing their games, that they are responsible and how they manage their time when participating in these games.
Can you explain about the symptoms of game addiction and how it affects an individual's way of living?
So, gaming addiction is actually a new concept in psychology. However, there are recent changes in the field that warrants a game addiction to be a diagnosable disorder. In the DSM-5, it describes IGD or Internet Gaming Disorder as an inescapable part of many people's lives. So, in the DSM-5, it further explains that there are specific symptoms that could elicit significant impairment or distress in their daily activities and affecting personal relationships. So there are current symptoms that is to be considered, which is number one, loss of interest or pleasure in their daily activities or their important aspects in their lives. Second would be inability to reduce the amount of gaming around the internet. Third would be gaming despite the risk of losing one's job or damaging personal relationships. And fourth would be withdrawal symptoms when access to gaming when it is lost, resulting into anxiety or commonly irritability.
So, how can one recover from gaming addiction?
So there's a study from Sajak in 2017. One of the main methods of treatment for IGD or Internet Gaming Disorder is cognitive behavioral therapy or CBT. The CBT is a therapy conceptualizing our thought pathways and remodel them into a more healthy and sustainable thinking patterns. So it is the realization that the way we think, feel, and act are all intimately linked. So with CBT, there is actually intervention and management to addictive triggers for a person with addiction in gaming.